My rebellion. The time to take down Isaac has begun.
I'm sorry, what? Hey, Evil Isaac, why is there a design on your mask today?
Look, man, I'm having my usual mask cleaned.
I see. Anyway, what were you saying about a rebellion?
You heard me right. All throughout this week, I've been gathering an army on the Dimension Bros Discord server to assist me in your downfall.
And what exactly are they going to help you do?
Well, you see, I'm not actually sure.
Wait, so you assembled an army without knowing what it'd be used for?
Well, technically, the army wasn't my idea in the first place.
Ah, it was Tedward's idea, I assume?
No, actually. I've hired an accomplice.
An accomplice?
Well, you see, it's no secret my evil schemes to deal with you are limited by just stabbing, which has been deemed ineffective. So I've hired someone with hate for you and a big enough brain to come up with actual cognitive plans.
Huh?
Hello, my good sir. It is I, the newest villain of the Dimension Bros lore.
Nate, you helped Evil Isaac with this? Why?
Simple, I wanted to be canon.
Canon?
Yeah, I wrote myself into the DB lore because you didn't want to.
Okay, I'm still confused, but I'll move on from that. Why did you make an army on the DB server?
Ah, yes. I'm sure he has a great reason for that.
I'm not quite sure. It's funny though.
So, there was no actual plan to do anything?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to be in a video.
So, can I go actually film the video now?
Yeah, why not? Alright, I'll annoy you later.
Okay, bye!
Whoa. You can't just go on with the video as normal. The fans are expecting something special to happen.
Well, I mean, we could try out this new interdimensional remote I made.
Ooh, what does it do?
It randomly changes the channel to any frequency in the entire multiverse.
Perfect.
Hello, Isaacs. I'm reporting to you live from the dimension where we're all Isaac, which you all already knew that, seeing as you are Isaac, but you'll also know that Isaacs have the random and inexplicable urge to just rattle off exposition. Oh look, I just did it again. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I am right outside the President building, where there is about to be a debate inside. So, let's meet the debatees. On the left, we have Isaac. Everyone knows a man like Isaac in their life. Truly the ideal Isaac we all aspire to be. On the right, we have Isaac. Truly a standout civilian. I mean, look at him. He's wearing socks. Most of us wouldn't be caught dead in a pair of socks. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the debate. My first question for the both of you. What's your favorite animal? Well, that's an easy one. Turtles, of course. Against my better judgment, I have to agree with Isaac. Turtles are pretty amazing. Great. Now my second question. What is your guys' solution to the problem that we all look the same, thus we can't prosecute criminals? Personally, I think all Isaacs should be required to get numerical tattoos on their arm. That way we can all easily be identified. Unlike my opponent, who seems to think stabbing is going to fix the crime problem, I would like a more elegant approach. We make crime illegal. That's genius! Now hold on there, buddy. If we make all crime illegal, then it will be illegal to watch slime tutorials on YouTube. And we don't want that, do we? That's very true. Can't have that. Plus 10 points to Isaac. Since when is this a point scoring based activity? Since I gave your opponent 10 points. Can we just move on from this question, please? Fine. But I didn't want to hit you with this one too soon. Those other two questions were nothing compared to this one. Here we go. Is being a Muppet a genetic mutation or a state of mind? Well, I doubt we need to debate this, as the answer is blatantly clear. Yes, I can imagine even someone as dumb as my opponent would know the correct answer. Well, of course. Everyone knows being a Muppet is a genetic mutation. Wait, you're joking, right? You don't actually believe that. Well, of course I do. Why else would Walter look completely different than the rest of his family? Well, obviously the puppet form shown in the film is a symbolic representation of the people with the mental state of being a Muppet. This is punctuated by the song Man or a Muppet, as we see a human form of Walter and a Muppet form of Gary, implying they both have Muppet mental state inside them. Just one of them is fully a Muppet, thus we view him as a puppet. What you're failing to notice is at the beginning of the Muppet film, we see one of those height comparison charts of the two brothers. While Gary continues to grow higher and higher, Walter stays at the same height. If the puppet was symbolic, why wouldn't Walter be growing like a human? You have to keep in mind, the Muppets clearly utilize surrealism, and, as I'm sure you know, not everything used in a surreal film should be taken completely literally. The height scene is simply a red herring, showing us how Walter views himself as a Muppet. Okay, if you'd be so kind, could you please explain what you view as this Muppet mental state? I mean, I don't really know. I guess it's just like the will to create and entertain. But in the Muppet universe, celebrities exist, which we know because of the original Muppet Show having celebrity guests in every episode. Are you implying that none of the celebrities had this will to entertain and create? But it's more than just creation and entertainment. It's doing so in the Muppety way, using pure chaos and convolutedness to create that entertainment that the Muppets spark. Okay, but in Kermit's Swamp Years, which is canon to the Muppet lore by the way, Kermit's fellow frogs, Croaker and Goggles, are also represented by puppets, and yet they have never joined the Muppets, implying they don't have this mental spark you claim all of the Muppets have. And what about Stoller and Waldorf? And are you claiming they have some sort of need to entertain? I feel like most of what we've seen of them seems to imply the opposite. And what about Sam the Eagle, who, to quote the Muppet Wiki, is appalled by the nonsense that passes over for entertainment on the series? I'm sorry, but a man whose entire role in the Muppets is to stop the chaos definitely doesn't have a spark to cause chaos. Fine, I can see when I've been beat. But you seem to have dug yourself into a hole, my good man. By pointing out the fact that all the frogs in Kermit's swamp are puppets, you've also discounted your theory that the Muppetism is a genetic mutation, as that would mean all frogs had it. Not necessarily. In the original Muppet movie, we see people eating normal frog legs. This implies that there are indeed normal frogs and Muppet frogs. This just lends itself to my theory by indicating that this genetic mutation happened in Kermit's swamp and has been spreading around, affecting all the frogs there since. But if it affects all the frogs in Kermit's swamp, then why doesn't it also affect all the humans that have the mutation? How could two brothers, and with only one of them, have the mutation? Do you dare imply that Walter was adopted? Not necessarily. This could be explained away simply by stating that in animals, the Muppet gene is dominant, while in humans, the gene is recessive. This would also explain why Gary has some Muppet inside of him. He got the Muppet gene, but the man gene overtook it. As for Walter, saying he has some man in him, this could just be because he's human, thus is looking at that side of himself. What about... Ugh.
I think we've heard enough from you, Isaac. Can someone get him out of here? Oh! As for you, Isaac, I'd like to congratulate you on being the next president of our dimension. All the other Isaacs will bow to you for the next 45 years.
Thank you. Thank you. It is quite an honor. Now, for my first degree as president of this dimension, somebody find me a Theo.